Hi friends, welcome back to the channel iQOO. In this video I'm going to compare the iQOO 7 versus the Realme GT Neo 2 device. Which phone is the best option to buy right now? So I'm getting this kind of comments from few of the users asking me to make a video on this particular topic. As you can see friends, which phone is the best option to buy? What's my opinion? Because I did use the Realme GT Neo 2 for some time, so they want to decide which phone is the best option. But one quick note, so don't buy the phones right now because the price of these both phones are really kind of expensive. Not expensive, I mean they are back to normal prices. So which are about 32,000 rupees at this moment, as you can see clearly. So with the 32,000 rupees, definitely it's kind of close to expensive, because previously the lowest price of the Realme GT Neo 2 is about 25,000 rupees, and iQOO 7 came down up to 27,000 rupees as well. So I'll definitely ask you to wait for the next upcoming offers, and we are not sure when the upcoming sale will be there anytime. But still, in case if you plan to buy the phone, then which phone is the best option to buy? So I'll give you one quick scenario friends. What are the same things you can actually expect between these both phones? There's not a huge difference. Those points, first of all, in the performance and display, these two categories, there is not a huge difference, yes, between these both phones. So you cannot find huge significant difference, major difference, but rest of the things you can find slightly different between these both phones. I'll try to explain you each and everything what about. And in the performance wise, no doubt friends, both phones are pretty capable of handling the really good all the heavy tasks and all the heavy games. So no issues regarding the performance handling and anything about. You may be able to notice slightly higher temperatures in the Realme GT Neo 2, just little bit high. I'm not trying to highlight this point, but I'm just trying to mention this kind of information. Whenever I try to do the testing with the iQOO 7 device, I did find out this kind of small thing, which is a high temperatures. So apart from that, there's nothing much major differences between both phones. Even the stabilization, everything is pretty good and very close to each other in terms of stabilization as well. Regarding the CPU throttling and everything, consistent performance you will be getting between these both phones. Not a huge difference between this device regarding the CPU throttling and everything. So performance wise, it's pretty close, so no issues. Regarding the display also, nothing much major difference between both phones. So 120 Hz refresh rate and 300 Hz touch sampling rate in both phones. You may think the Realme GT Neo 2 has got 600 Hz touch sampling rate, but in my testing I was unable to find it. I did not get anywhere close to 600 Hz. I did get only 300 Hz touch sampling rate in the Realme GT Neo 2. When I tried to use the GT mode and even using gain space, pro game mode, increasing touch sensitivity, everything I tried to check, but I was able to reach only 300 Hz touch sampling rate. But the Realme, they did mention that continuous touch sampling rate in their promotional video in the unboxing. You can watch in the Realme website India. They did mention continuous touch sampling rate. That's a kind of really strange to see, but I'm not getting anywhere close to that. Apart from that, there's nothing much major complaints. Maybe the black color crush issue will be there a little bit in the Realme GT Neo 2, just a little bit, not a huge, but just a little bit. And rainbow effect will also be there between these both phones. You'll be able to see this kind of color shifting is happening. That's kind of pretty normal nowadays with the AMOLED panels and few phones, so that's not a major problem. So regarding the performance and display, that's the reason I did mention very close to each other, not a huge difference. And green tint problem will be there in the iQOO 7 device. Not all the phones, only few phones. Few phones there can be there a green tint problem. So next thing regarding the battery and the charging speed. So in this segment, definitely the Realme GT Neo 2 is a clear winner, where you can actually get 30 to 40 minutes more gameplay than the iQOO 7 device, and charging speed is also pretty fast, 33 minutes and 34 minutes sometimes the phone can take. With 5000 mAh of battery, definitely this is really good option for the battery backup. And both phones are really very same weight. There is nothing much huge difference regarding the weight as well. So that's another plus point for the Realme GT Neo 2. So battery and the charging segment, plus one for the Realme GT Neo 2. And next thing, if you try to use a normal usage, you can get the screen on time up to close to sometimes 7 hours, sometimes 8 hours, sometimes 9 hours as well screen on time without gaming. If you do gaming, continuous gameplay test, you can check out this video which I uploaded, continuously gameplay test, how much the screen on time I got. You'll get to know the results. But overall, this phone was able to survive 30 minutes more than the iQOO 7 device. So next, camera part, iQOO 7 is a clear winner. So no doubt at all, iQOO 7 has got really good. These are one of the strongest points for the iQOO 7 device. So every phone has its own strong points, right? So strong point in the iQOO 7 is low light photography is really damn good. So this is a normal photo and this is a night mode photo, which is pretty good. Very good in the iQOO 7 device. Not only that, even the outdoor shots and the front camera is slightly kind of little bit better than the Realme GT Neo 2. And that is what I'm trying to talk. Better. I'm not saying this kind of perfect. I'm saying this camera is better than the Realme GT Neo 2. So try to understand my words. I'm not saying these are like 5-star rated and it can be like perfect. I'm just saying, comparing with the Realme GT Neo 2, this is better in the camera. When same way in the battery and the charging, comparing with the iQOO 7 device, this phone is better. Even the iQOO 7 takes about 33 minutes of charging, but still that 4400 mAh of battery capacity only. So battery and charging, Realme GT Neo 2, camera, iQOO sound device, connectivity wise, straight away the Realme GT Neo 2, because more 5G bands, not only 5G, leave the 5G, but more 4G plus strong signals, and Wi-Fi connection is also really very strong in this phone. Even with the 2.4 GHz and 5 GHz, the transmission link speed is very stronger, 300 Mbps of transmission link speed. In the iQOO sound device, I used to get only I think 100 Mbps of transmission link speed, maybe sometimes 144 Mbps of transmission link speed, not more than that. Now I'm getting 144. As you can see, 144 is the maximum transmission link speed for the 2.4 GHz network. So 300 Hz, 144 Hz with the same Wi-Fi network. So that creates some kind of low internet speed sometimes. I'm not saying every time, sometimes you may feel low internet connection. So connectivity wise, Realme GT Neo 2. Build quality wise, the main reason why I did mention the Realme GT Neo 2 is because Realme GT Neo 2 has got one of the sensor which is called the proximity sensor. That's the reason is a proximity. As you can see, there is a physical proximity sensor which is present. Physical. You will be able to see the light blinking, but whereas in the iQOO sound device there is no physical proximity sensor present, and unfortunately in this device, that's another little bit kind of sad part to see. As you can see, there is no physical sensor. There is no light blinking at all. So the phone tries to use some kind of different sensor, gyroscope sensor or accelerometer sensor, so to maintain this kind of proximity, but still the physical proximity sensor is very reliable and very trustworthy. That's what I did feel when I'm trying to use it. Don't get me wrong, this phone also has got really good proximity sensor, but sometimes when I'm talking in the WhatsApp calls, the phone lock, it gets locked automatically. I mean, phone gets completely black screen even when my phone is not near my ear. That's what I meant. So sometimes it get accidentally keeps on owning with the proximity sensor without even closing. So that's kind of problem you'll be encountering sometimes, depending upon application as well. So that's the reason build quality slight points, and even the 4D vibrations are pretty good in both phones. Haptic feedback very same level, nothing much huge difference, but little bit strong in the iQOO sound device, just a little bit, not a huge. So even in the updates as well, both phones are really good in the updates. Similar kind of updates you can actually expect within these devices, nothing much huge difference with the update segment. So Realme UI 3.0 we'll be expecting, Realme UI, I mean FunTouch UI 12.12 version we'll be expecting very soon. Right now it's 11 only, right? So very soon we may expect. So that's it, friends. Thank you for watching this a quick comparison between both phones. The things you need to take care is about the battery backup and camera and the connectivity. These three things are the major things. It depends upon type of user to user. If you're into the photography and if you want really cool pics, better go for the iQOO sound device. If you want a really stable connection, if you're a kind of person who likes to travel a lot, and if you want to have real good battery, go for Realme GT Neo 2. Very good signals as well. While traveling, you need this both battery backup and the signals. So that's it, friends. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more updates. This is a quick comparison between both phones, and let me know in the comment section below in case if I miss any other points between these devices. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video and let's stay tuned for more updates. Meanwhile, signing off and bye.